Okay, Bengals, Steelers. I'm going to pause it right here just to set the stage. The Steelers have the ball down 5, but they go 3 and out. It's going to be a 4th down and 1. You could consider maybe going for it, but 5.5 minutes left. There's too much time left. The Steelers are going to decide to try and punt the ball as their defense giving up some yards, but also has done great at least preventing a touchdown, which is all they would really need to do here. So they're going to punt it away, no big deal. But here's where these Steelers voodoo magic comes in, right? You see the punt returner for the Bengals. He's calling, admittedly a little bit late, but he's calling, hey, get out of the area. I'm not fielding it right here. It's a short punt, so he can't run up and grab it. But watch that player right there for the Bengals. It's one of those dreaded things of the blocker, punt kind of going right in their area. You see it makes contact right there. So now for the kick returner, either way, you want to go all out to get it because the rule is if it hits the Steelers player first, then worst case scenario, you just bring it back to where it hit the Steelers player. And if it hit the Bengals player, well, then it could be a fumble. So you got to make sure you recover. It looked like he was going to, but Connor Hayward actually makes an incredible play. I'll show the slow motion one as well, although this almost doesn't do it justice because he was going full speed when he was able to dive. He does make the recovery, and again, you have to recover it in bounds. If you do it out of bounds, it doesn't matter. It would be Cincinnati football there. And also the replay, you're going to notice that it was the correct call right here. The ball did definitely hit the Bengals player first. So, okay. We're thinking we all know how this ends, right? Steelers about to get the go-ahead touchdown, win the game, end the Cincinnati Bengals season. Well, not so fast. You see right here, we're going to start with a 3rd and 15. I'll pause it to set the stage, but you see that the Bengals defense, which had been playing a lot better as of late, playing well tonight, gets a 3rd down and 15. Russell Wilson in field goal range. He's going to decide to just go for it all, which he didn't have to do. He could have tried for something smaller, but, it's man coverage. Pretty much everyone's just as open. Might as well throw it in the end zone. Mike Williams not able to make the grab. So here's what was interesting about this play, actually, was there was a holding penalty on this. So usually you just decline it and accept the 4th down and 15. But here, Zach Taylor decided to accept it, make it a 3rd down and 25. And you might be thinking, well, why do you do this? I mean, certainly the Steelers can gain some yards and they can, still make the field goal. Seems like the only thing that can happen here would be something bad. But keep your eye on the clock right here. There's 3 minutes and 19 seconds left. So the Steelers, when they run this play to make sure they get back in field goal range, to gain some yards, they're in field goal range. Chris Boswell, of course, he's going to make the 54-yard field goal, makes it with ease, and they're able to, make this work. But I'm going to pause it right here. Look at the clock right now. Look at how much time they had to burn off the clock because the Steelers had to work over the middle. There's, that was a 40-second play. So sure, the field goal was still made. Now, I should mention as well the decision by the Steelers to kick the field goal. They could have gone for it on 4th and 18, but there's enough time left with 2:40 and 3 timeouts. They say, you know what, let's hope we can get another stop. Let's make it a 2-point game. Hopefully we can, make something happen there. But now let's fast forward to here, where the Bengals, they have a couple of plays that they run inbounds, so they're able to get to, burn the first couple of the Pittsburgh Steelers timeouts. In this situation, because of the fact that they've killed an extra 40 seconds, typically in this spot, a first down wouldn't end the game, but now because Zach Taylor did that smart thing there, now a first down still doesn't officially end the game, but it just about does. I mean, the Steelers need a stop here on a 3rd and 3. They're going to be playing man coverage. But when this play begins, it is all covered up, and now there is pressure. Joe Burrow is in trouble, but at the same time, I mean, right here, we've seen Joe Burrow get out of these situations 1,000 times, right? We've definitely seen him be able to scramble out, maybe even run, pick up the first down. It could be a disaster for the Steelers. However, the Steelers get the sack right here, which obviously not just helps because it gets them the ball back, but what it also does is it helps field position, right? I mean, that still matters here. So now they're able to get one more drive. Can they make something happen? So the Steelers get the ball back, but it doesn't start off great. They burn a lot of time just getting to this point on a 3rd down at 9, so already not ideal here. However, you're going to see that Russell Wilson takes a snap. He hits Pat Freiermuth, who's able to make a nice move, and they're able to not just pick up the first down, pick up more than that, and be in a decent position to try and keep things going. However, as of right here, so they're at the 42-yard line now. This is where we're going to get some, quite frankly, just mistakes by the Pittsburgh Steelers here. So first, this play. It starts off and Wilson's going to get outside the pocket, which, okay, no issues here. I mean, this is something that he does well. He typically does some good stuff outside the pocket. Maybe he can even scramble, pick up 7 yards, and get out of bounds, except, not quite as fast as he was in his younger days. And also, you see a Bengals player reads this well, and Wilson that's just a bad decision. He only gains 4 yards, but keep in mind, there's 40-ish seconds left, and they only have 1 timeout. So it's a bad decision. They have to hurry up to the line. Russell Wilson took a sack on the next play, so now it's 3rd down and 12. They had to burn their timeout on the next one, so a couple bad plays right away. But still, you have 20 seconds left. It's possible, right? You're not that far outside of Chris Boswell's range. As we mentioned, really good kicker. And when Wilson takes the snap and looks down the field, he can't believe his eyes. I mean, it's the one thing that can't happen for the Bengals. They've let George Pickens get behind their defense. I don't know how they made this mistake, how this goes wrong in this spot, but this realistically could be a season ender. Again, the Bengals, if they lose this game, they are eliminated. They still might not make it even with a win. But you see right here, if Wilson hits Pickens right on the money, Pickens is able to step out of bounds, and even if not, there's enough time that they can get a spike off and make sure they can try a field goal. Like, the Steelers are almost certainly winning this game. However, him and Pickens it looked like it was a really awkward play. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I'm not sure if Pickens thought the ball was going to go somewhere else or what. But because of that misfire, it's now a 4th down and 12 situation. So, okay, 4th and 12, game on the line, and there's not a ton of time left either, which does matter. Only 15 seconds left, no timeout, so you have to factor that in. If you do get the 1st down, you'll have to try and spike it quickly. Wilson takes the snap. He hits an open Fryer move who just drops the pass. I'll show the replay. It's a good throw. Now, the question that you have to ask is, would they have been able to get the spike off anyway, right? I don't know the answer to that. There was around 12 seconds left, so 12 seconds left. So maybe it would have been really close. It would have been a bang play. And I mean, where he was at right there, you're still looking at a 58-yard field goal. Would have been tough, but definitely no doubt about it. Steelers make too many mistakes here at the end, and the Cincinnati Bengals somehow, someway, are still alive heading into the final game of the season. They need a Broncos loss and they need a Dolphins loss. Those two teams are playing the Jets and the Chiefs backups, so it seems unlikely, but is still possible. So what a run by them. But yeah, big mistake for the Steelers, who now will almost certainly fall to the 6th seed if the Chargers beat the Raiders, meaning that the Steelers will have to play the Baltimore Ravens, whereas a win would have allowed them to play the Houston Texans. So yeah, a lot of crazy stuff here. But that's what I think about all of this craziness. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.